Hey, it's Aaron, the Metal Theologian. So, a few days ago, I got a pack in the mail from the one and only Scott Waters, which we're going to bust open. And I'll go through a couple new arrivals. But I'm really thirsty right now, so we're going to have a sip of this fine cola that I've kind of been waiting for. Spencer actually tried one of these.
It's amazing.
Fantastic. All right. I have not had this before, though. Mr. Cola. Although you note that it's not actually Mr. Cola. It's Mr. Cola. And this is actually, since 1949...
Read the hype text. It's really good.
All right. Celebrating 50 years, Mr. Cola is affectionately known as the aristocrat of colas. The authentic cola flavor, pure cane sugar, and caffeine are blended for 24 hours to ensure full flavor potential. Enjoy a Mr. Cola ice cold. Alright, well, it's not ice cold, but it's damn cold, and I'm going to give this a taste right now. Now, it has a lot to live up to because I'm a pretty big fan of the Swamp Pop Noble Cane Cola. This does have a little bit of an advantage because it has caffeine.
I think it's better.
It's really good cola. It's really good. It tastes like a really authentic cola. I think I like the Noble Cane Cola better, though, I'm telling you. Sorry, Bub.
How? Give the rest to me, then.
This is a damn fine cola, then. And I could drink that all day long if it wouldn't turn me into a huge fatty. But it's really good. Here, don't chug love that. I still want it. It's still mine. All right. So let's see what Mr. Scott sent me. Now, I might as well just fess up to the fact that I cheated. I wanted to open this live, but I knew I was going to make a video right away, and what can I say? I can only wait so long. So, I haven't actually looked at it, though. I just peeked. So, we're going to take a look. Oh, now, part of why, too. Here, I thought you might be tired of the mosher, so here's some new CDs to annoy your coworkers too. I actually think that's pretty awesome because, as I've mentioned before, I actually don't even have a CD player set up here, so I do listen to CDs at work when I listen to CDs. And we're gonna bust these out because I peeked, but I haven't seen the covers yet. Because as you'll notice, it's still wrapped in the bubble wrap. Some New Mexico air in there. I ripped that off from Grown Man Record Night. God damn, come on. There we go. Alright, let's check these out. So this is Cross Force Rockin' Till the Final Day. Actually, you know something? I gotta say it too. Scott, don't take this the wrong way. The black metal bands do this all the time, but I love it when they use E's instead of C's, like, because their old English font skills weren't all that great. So the band's called Cross Force, but on the back it says Eros Force. If the Cross Force guys are watching, I mean that in the nicest way possible. This actually looks really cool. This is old demos. This is like 86 and 87 demos. So, yeah, it's on Rocks, Seal of Quality. I've seen some good shit on Rocks, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. And this one, I think this is a Beatles cover band, actually, this band. Puppet of Destruction, that's actually an awesome title. By Ultimatum, obviously the one and only Ultimatum. It's 1998. I was kind of hoping there'd be an embarrassing picture of Scott on here that I could show, but alas, no. But this is awesome, and I really appreciate it. This is some good stuff. So I have some new shit to check out, and I'm stoked. So thank you very much. All right, on to a couple of new arrivals. First one, some rock stuff. I've mostly been listening to reggae, but I actually placed an order with Rockadrome back in like the fall, and I just got it, and I'll explain why in a couple minutes. So The first one in the pack is actually this one, but it's a Swedish band called Blackula, I think that is. But I don't really know how to pronounce Swedish, so. It's a damn cool looking cover though, isn't it? I pretty much saw this picture and I was like, I gotta check that out. I was expecting this to be more like a sort of heavy rock thing, but it's playing right now. And it's pretty rockin'. It's definitely prog rock though. There are a lot of very prog parts on this. I'm a sucker for anything with that font, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I'm still getting to know this record. This is only the second time I've played it, but I gotta say I'm pretty much digging this. And I love that the song titles are in Swedish too. So, like, I can like pretend, I can like make up my own shit about what they're about. Like, Frigivinning, so that's like forgiving, only friggin' forgiving. That's like a ballad, probably. Actually, it is kind of a slow song too. Yeah, alright. So, has the inner with lyrics so I can sing along?
In Swedish?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna save that one. Okay, so I also got a copy of the very first Groundhogs record. And this one I'll have everyone know is another sort of thing with my whole, like, newfound love for blues rock. I've liked the Groundhogs for a long time. Split is a cool record. I wish I'd kept my copy that I used to have. It's another story. I still own again. I have Thank Christ for the Bomb, which I think is a great record. I have Blues Obituary, which I also think is a great record. I listened to this one online though, and it was just too bluesy for me. I was not into it. Until I went and revisited it since discovering early Fleetwood Mac. And I gotta tell you, my entree in is fucking Whitesnake, man. But I'm really digging this. It's not the greatest record of all time. If you're gonna check out a Groundhogs record, I'd still say check out Thank Christ for the Bomb. It's not their heaviest record, but I just like the songs the best. But this is a really cool record that I'm still really digging. Now this one right here, actually let me do one other one first. This didn't come from Rockadrome. This came in a separate order. I actually got this, but I have to show this one just for Mr. Ben, Mr. Ryan Rocks 84. Because the Quo journey continues. I have to say I'm really digging this record a lot. I've played this like 3 or 4 times, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So in the course of making these videos where I've talked about Status Quo, I've gone from thinking Status Quo pretty much fucking sucks to Status Quo is pretty decent. When they were on, they were on. When they were off, they were pretty much crap. To going, Status Quo is actually pretty damn cool. So maybe like give me another month or two and I'll be like, Status Quo is fucking awesome. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm still at Status Quo is pretty damn cool. So that's like sort of gradations of like Status Quo fandom. So this record right here is a reissue, as is that Blackula one, and the Groundhogs one for that matter. But this, I don't know if it's AKA or Aka, but this record, Do What You Like by Aka, has the distinction of being the very first Indonesian record in my collection. And if you look at that, it has some shit that I don't know if that's Javanese or what the deal is, but some shit that's completely unintelligible to me, except for where it says something Studios Jakarta. And this record's a little bit up and down, but I'm going to needle drop it because there's at least one heavy rocker on here. There's some, it's a cool record, alright? Some of the songs are heavy, some are kind of more mellow. And, you know, it's interesting actually because it's an early 70s record. And sort of like, it seems to me you tend to hear from 70s bands from not out-of-the-way places, because I think of an out-of-the-way place as like Sweden, but a really out-of-the-way place like, say, Indonesia or the Philippines or maybe South Africa. When, even though it's a 70s record, when they're playing heavy, they sound really 70s. When they slow it down, they seem to like lapse back into the 60s. It's a really weird sort of dichotomy that it seems like you only hear on records from, you know, places with less of a reputation for rock and roll. But there's a particular track that I picked out that I'm going to needle drop right here because it's fucking fantastic. And I want to turn all you clowns onto it. Pretty fucking heavy, isn't it? I don't even know what year this is. I don't think it says on here. Early 70s though, Indonesia. This is a tip for me. This is fucking awesome. Again, it's not the Flower Traveling Band we discovered, right? But if you want to get a hip-ass record, that's kind of hard to beat a record that sounds like this from Indonesia, man. So back to the subject of rock and roll. This is the deal. Now I actually pre-ordered this record. And I pre-ordered the Sunburst one, and anyone who's been following the saga knows that they came to the, or Dennis got them from the pressing plants, and there was something wrong with them. There was some sort of defect in the pressing, so we had to send them back. Meanwhile, the black ones showed up, so even though I actually pre-ordered this record, I had the pleasure of seeing Greeno and a bunch of other people who ordered them way after me showing theirs off. Well, I sat there and watched the video, and just gnashing my fucking teeth. So... that's what mine looks like. And I think they did 100 of these. Might have been more, but I think it was 100. It's a very cool record. The singer sounds like Art Garfunkel to me. It's funny, there's like, I've talked about this before, there's like this subgenre of like semi-metal to metal bands. Because this isn't really that heavy, this record. It's a cool hard rock record, but it's not like full-on balls-out metal, you know? It has a lot of prog going on in it. And it's a very enjoyable record, but I didn't really get into it until like the second or third listen. The first time I listened to it, I wanted something like full-on metal, and I was like, oh, what's that wussed out shit? Then I listened to it again on its own terms, and I was like, oh, it's fucking awesome. So, definitely a classic cover. But, I forgot what I was saying about it. I was saying something about it. Well, the hell with it. It's a cool record. Oh, yeah. There are a few records out there where the singers sound like Art Garfunkel, man. These guys and this band, actually. Where the fuck is my... There we go. This one. Yeah, these guys only did one single. This is a new wave of British heavy metal band. The song Storm Child, I swear the singer sounds like Art Garfunkel. I don't know, it's like, I think Art Garfunkel might be like the most like unsung, like, or maybe actually definitely sung, but like the least appreciated influence on heavy metal, which will probably surprise Art Garfunkel more than anyone else. So, anyway, so that's it. How are we doing for time?
14 minutes.
Yeah, alright, well I'll let it go at that. That's a few new arrivals. A big, once again, appreciation to Scott Waters. Little soda. 15 minutes hopefully well spent.
Hey,
so,
speaking of, if anyone wants to send us Mr. Cola, we haven't been able to find it anymore.
That's right, we had to hook up locally on Mr. Cola. And look, now there is no Mr. Cola left.
No.
There's a place here, we were getting this at,
Southern, no,
not Southern Season.
World Market.
World Market, and they don't have it anymore. So we're kind of screwed on the Mr. Cola now.
We need a care package.
But, that said, there's lots more soda coming up. And lots of sodas that you clowns haven't ever seen before. So, we may be screwed on Mr. Cola, but y'all are not screwed on,
so to speak.
That's right, so to speak. Alright, cool. So thanks for watching, and we'll leave it at that.